So, my name is Crystal. Chances are you've stumbled across my video. You're either considering bariatric surgery, or maybe you've even already had the surgery, and you're just kind of seeing what's out there, hearing from other folks, just to see what their experiences have been. Regardless, glad that you stumbled across my video. Congratulations, wherever you're at in this journey. That means that you are seriously taking your health into account. You are prioritizing your needs. You're out there, you're researching, you're doing all the things. So congratulations wherever you're at. I'm 2 years post-op on my journey, and I just wanted to start sharing. So I'm a bariatric patient. I had gastric bypass November 1st, 2022. We just celebrated Thanksgiving in 2024, so I have just not very long ago, have hit my 2-year anniversary mark. At my highest weight, I was 383 pounds. My weight typically ranges now from 171 to 175. My goal weight has been about 150, 160, so I'm not quite there, but I am definitely celebrating how far I've come, how much work I put into this, and just being realistic on how I'm going to sustain. And if I do lose a little bit more, great. If I don't, that's fine too, because goodness, I have come a long ways. It's kind of the way I'm looking at it. I have struggled with weight my entire life. It became more of an issue into my 30s. In my 30s, I was diagnosed as pre-diabetic. I was actually prescribed a CPAP machine. I had trouble breathing, low energy, easily fatigued, absolutely tired all the time. My self-esteem was absolute trash. I have never tied my weight, or I shouldn't say never. I have worked really hard to not tie my weight in with my self-worth and my self-value. I would encourage you to not do the same. I know that's easier said than done, but your weight does not define you. Your weight is not, who you are, does not make up who you are. It just, creates obstacles in your life. So I've tried many times to lose weight on my own. Some completely on my own. Some going to the doctor and being prescribed weight loss medications. I'm not talking like Ozempic or Wegovy or anything like that. But just nothing seemed to work. And it just didn't work for me. I know it's worked for other people, and that's great and fantastic, but this just wasn't cutting it for me. I needed to lose an overwhelming amount of weight. Like I said, my highest weight was 383 pounds. According to the BMI and my height, I am 5'7". I'm supposed to weigh about 140 pounds. And, when you're 383 pounds or somewhere, it's absolutely overwhelming. And when it's so overwhelming, it's so hard to stay motivated. And it's so hard to stop that voice from absolutely beating yourself up. Hey, you can't do this. Why are you even bothering doing this? I just felt so defeated, but in April 2021, I started having complications with my gallbladder and learned that, hey, I need to have my gallbladder removed. I went to a surgeon. He was so kind and considerate and compassionate. He absolutely hated to tell me this, though. He's like, I agree that you need your gallbladder taken out. However, my instruments cannot reach. At first, I wasn't sure what he meant by that. And he said, because of your size, my instruments cannot reach to get your gallbladder. Y'all, when I tell you that was a smack in the face, that was a smack in the face. It took my breath. It absolutely took my breath from me, and I just thought, oh shit. My weight has really gotten out of control. Man, this has really gotten out of control. So I took his referral went to the doctor. This doctor, the surgeon he referred me to, he is a bariatric surgeon. And later on down the road, when we get to that point, he ended up being my bariatric surgeon. Nice guy, love him dearly. First time I met that surgeon for that consultation, for my gallbladder at that time. Of course, all the attention was on my gallbladder, but he did say, I think you would be a great candidate for bariatric surgery. Um, is that something that you ever want to consider? I thought, oh, okay, kind of another slap in the face in a way. He was just doing his job, looking at my health and everything, but I just wasn't at that point in my life. I was so frustrated with my gallbladder and all the complications I was having from that. It's like, let's take care of this first. Let's do this first, please. I don't even, bariatric surgery wasn't anywhere on my mind at that point. I just wanted this gallbladder that was aggravating the crap out of me to be out of my body so I could start feeling better. So, when I had to have my gallbladder taken out, I had to follow the 2-week liquid diet in order to shrink my liver. When I did that, I lost 30 pounds. Liquid diet is no joke. If you've never been on one, it is no joke. So I had my gallbladder removed. That surgery went well. Not too long after that, I started having complications with my periods. Let's be honest, my periods were never normal. They always hurt really bad, or I had them way too often, very irregular, very painful. Worked with that OB. She told me that I have fibroids. So fibroids, from my understanding, are non-cancerous tumors in your uterus, very, very painful themselves. She told me I was a good candidate for a hysterectomy, and then, bam, again, she hits me with, my instruments can't reach. I cannot do the surgery for you. I'm going to have to refer you to a specialist. This specialist is 2 hours away, okay, from where I live. She said, I think you might be a good candidate for bariatric surgery. And I didn't want to hear that at that point, Honestly, I was kind of mad at that appointment. It's like, dang, I've been hit with this again. We made the appointment for me to go see the specialist for a hysterectomy. It was months out. But the more I thought about, man, this might be something that could help me. I've had 2, 3 really surgeons or providers at this point to say that I could probably be a good candidate for this. And I started really thinking about, gosh, it would be nice to have some help with this. Help meaning just help meaning, man, I can't do this by myself. I cannot do this on my own. I need something a little bit more, I don't know what the words are I'm looking for, but I just needed some help. Maybe this wasn't going to be a terrible idea, and I had I talked to my husband about it and my family, of course everyone was scared about it to begin with. Bariatric surgery has such a stigma around it. So many people think that this is the easy way out. They think this surgery is so dangerous, which I am not saying the surgery is not dangerous. Any surgery is dangerous. Any surgery is dangerous. I am also not recommending for you to have this surgery. I am just wanting you to consider your options and continue the research that you're already on, it sounds like. But anyhow, after much consideration, I went back to my OB and I said, let's cancel the hysterectomy. And my reasoning for that is because, it's like, I'm going to continue running into this problem. And, I had done more research into this, and I had decreased my life expectancy, I think and I can't remember the website or whatever I was looking at, but carrying all that weight, I had a 25% less life expectancy because of all of that weight, because of being morbidly obese. Okay, I wanted to be around for my family. I want to be around for my girls. One day they may have children. I may be a grandmother. I had other goals in life. And I just simply wanted to be here. And I started having this realization that, man, carrying around this weight, I might not be here. I may not be here. And that was just a terrifying thought that I wanted to change my outcomes. I wanted to feel better, look better, you know, stop panicking about any time we were going to go to a new restaurant. Am I going to be able to fit into the booth? Stop panicking about weight limits on things. Gosh, simply being able to go and buy clothes that I could afford, okay? Because at that time, about the only place I could find clothes that could fit me was like expensive places like Torrid. I was tired of paying $50 for a shirt, Even Walmart, I was wearing like a 6X, but even Walmart, their shirts just, they weren't really long enough. I had such a big stomach and everything, and enough was enough. That's where I had, where I was at. So she referred me back to the surgeon that actually took out my gallbladder. So I was in part of a weight loss program. So I had a patient navigator. So what they did is they walked me through the steps of my insurance requirements. Every insurance is different. My particular insurance company wanted 2 years of medical documentation of consistent weight issues. They wanted any information on attempts of weight loss, things of that nature. I had also seen a dietitian. I meant to say that earlier. I saw a dietitian at one point trying to get some help in losing weight too. That was good information, wonderful, fantastic information that I still use to this day. But I needed more. I needed like a serious intervention, somebody, a team to step in and really help me with this. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So I got my information together where I was, prescribed a CPAP because I was diagnosed with sleep apnea because I just, I stopped breathing in my sleep. Got my blood work history about me being, pre-diabetic and my cholesterol and everything. My insurance had me take a couple classes. They did not require me to lose any weight prior. I also had to have a psychiatric evaluation because you absolutely have to understand, and the medical providers, psychiatric providers have to know or that you understand what you're getting ready to put yourself through, what this means, because this is a forever, unless you go have it reversed or what have you. Never considered that either. I'm very happy. I want to keep my tool. Got to keep my tool. But they want to make sure that you understand what you're getting yourself into, pretty much. And I'm just took some notes here so I could try to stay on track here. During all of this time, so I had my gallbladder out in April. It was probably April 2021, so it was probably, I want to say July of 2021 that, my OB and I started working towards, figuring out this hysterectomy and everything. That, in between that time, referred me to back to the bariatric surgeon. While I was getting all of these other evaluations done and working on this to meet the insurance requirements in order for me to get a surgery date for my bypass, I knew that the first thing that I had to do was kick my Coca-Cola habit. I had a horrible, horrible soda habit. Coca-Cola, that was my drug of choice, okay? It was nothing for me to drink a 2 liter a day. I have no idea how much sugar that is, but that is an insane amount of sugar that I was putting into my body every day, touching every one of my organs, adding all this extra weight, keeping all this extra weight on me. So I knew that I had to work on kicking this habit in the meantime while I was doing these other things. So what I had started doing, I started reducing my Coca-Cola intake. I started replacing some of this with sparkling water. because still having a carbonation helped me. I know that there's been some studies out there about carbonation not being good for you. I'm not going to say that they're true, they're not true. I'm sure it's not good for you, but I will tell you, it was a good tool in helping me to get off of Coca Cola. Because when I switched to sparkling water, I didn't feel like I was missing out so much, because apparently it was the carbonation that I liked so much and not so much the Coke itself. Now, granted, I had hella headaches, caffeine withdrawal headaches coming off of Coca Cola. So I, oh my gosh, horrible headaches. So I had to treat that. Well, I mean, treat that over the counter, aspirin, Tylenol, things of that nature. Um, but when I started incorporating the sparkling water, I was drinking regular water too, adding that in there. That was a huge step process, but that helped me during all of that. Something I also did is I bought me a hydro flask, because I learned, well, I do much better drinking water if the water is really cold and it feels refreshing. It felt like a reward to drink water. Okay, so I had to make it enjoyable so I would actually drink it. I don't have my hydro flask with me at the moment, but she is my tried and true. She pretty much goes with me everywhere. Um, but you know, I'm excited to drink water. I'm excited to drink water, and that has helped me tremendously. I was basically reframing a lot of these thoughts and just learning, building new habits, and learning things that work for me. Um, so I had finally gotten my surgery date, like I had said, was November 1st, 2022. Surgery went well. Stayed overnight in the hospital. It's only a few hours after my surgery that I was up and walking. The gas pain really sucked. Really sucked. The best thing I can say for that is, you got to get moving within your tolerance. You know that's really it. I mean, some people said that they took Gas X and I helped and everything. I was too terrified to take anything else by mouth, because I had just had some serious surgery on my stomach and everything. So I personally did not take Gas X. But I did walk. I walked as much as I could tolerate it, as much as my pain level I could manage. Um, I took 2 weeks off work. At that time, I was in direct practice as a licensed mental health therapist in a community clinic. I'm actually a licensed clinical social worker and also a licensed addiction counselor. Um, I honestly should have taken more time off of work, just because I was so physically and mentally tired. You know, you think about food and you think about it constantly. Well, and when you have this surgery, you're thinking about food and you're thinking about it constantly, but you're trying to reframe and think of food in a different way. Like, you know, what is this going to do for my body? How is this going to make me feel? Um, Kind of more, I don't know if this is a particular term, but intuitive eating. I think that's the term. I don't know absolutely for sure, but I'm starting to look at food and nutrition as, what can this do for me? How's this going to make me feel? Um, Things of that nature. The first several months, I had to keep things simple. Um, if you've ever heard the phrase "keep it simple, stupid," that was 100% me. 100%. I did not want to overwhelm myself any more than I already was. I did not focus too much on exercise. I focused more on food and food choices, protein intake, water intake. The first 4 to 6 months after bariatric surgery absolutely sucks. It absolutely sucks. Just because you're tired, the fatigue, the mental game that comes with it, your body's changing so much, you're changing so much, and you're trying to go back to work, you're trying to function in life. It's so much sucks. But I will tell you, and I promise you, after that 6 month mark, it does get easier. It does get so much easier. During that first 4 to 6 months, I thought many times to myself, what the hell have I done to myself? What in the world was I thinking? But it does. It absolutely gets better. I would take walks during lunch. I didn't do any crazy, exercise. I did not join a gym because I knew I would not go. Don't put yourself through something that you know you're not gonna do. Don't set yourself up for unrealistic expectations. Okay, keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple. Um, I actually joined Apple Fitness Plus. So Apple Fitness Plus is like $10 or $11 a month. But if you have an Apple Watch, you can work out from the comfort of your own home, and they have all different kinds of things you could do. I enjoy the kickboxing, and they have dancing, and I think they have some walking stuff on there too. Uh, they have weightlifting with dumbbells and some strength training, yoga, mindfulness. I mean, it was doable for me, and I absolutely love it. I still use it. Um, Now that I'm 2 years post op, what are my goals today? Um, as I said in the beginning, I'm not at my goal weight just yet. My goal weight would be like 150, 160, something like that. But honestly, I am not that upset if I don't get to that because I look at how far I've come. This has absolutely been a destination, and I could not imagine losing over 200 pounds and being able to maintain that without having a good tool. My good tool being my bypass surgery and all the things that I have learned along the way. This has just been a remarkable thing for me. And now I'm in what I call the reconstruction phase. In less than a month, I'm getting ready to have another major operation. So forgive me, this is a $10 word. I butcher this every time. The name of this operation is procedure, but it is the fleur de lis abdominoplasty. I'm sure I butchered that. And I'm also having an umbilical hernia repair with that too. So there'll be two different surgeons that's operating on me at that time. So I did manage to be able to get my this surgery covered from insurance. I have a significant amount of weight, excess weight or excess skin rather, on my abdomen area, in the area that they call the pannus, which is below your belly button. Um, so what will happen is the fleur de lis. I'm having to pay for that for myself. It is a vertical incision tummy tuck, and then they will pull this way. They'll remove skin, and then they will pull this way vertically to help tighten some of that. And then the other incisions will, I know I'm sitting down, you really can't see, but the other incisions will take care of this pannus area. What I did is I took pictures, and I went to the doctor every time, or I was in my chart all the time speaking with my medical provider about all the skin rashes I was having. Skin rashes, odors, just skin breakages. I mean, yeah, because your skin will just I hope this isn't too graphic, but you're all that friction and rubbing together. I don't care how clean and how hygienic of a person that you are. You When you've lost that amount of weight, and those places don't get the ventilation, air, or whatever you want to call it, like it should, you're gonna have some irritation, and it's gonna be to the point that you're gonna have some skin breakdown. So I had my doctor. She prescribed me nystatin powder. So the powder was for prevention. Okay, I used it every day, where she told me to, around my belly button and in my groin area. Okay, that wasn't foolproof though. I also had a nystatin cream to use, and this is whenever I had some irritation. When both of those failed, I had a PRN antifungal medication that I had to take, and I had to take that more than I really cared to admit that I had to take it. But anyhow, so that's how I was able to get insurance to be able to cover that. I do eventually would like to have the skin removed off of my thighs and my arms, but that's for a later day. We're keeping back again, keep it simple, stupid, and trying to be mindful and focus on the now, taking care of what I can, and I'll get to it when I can. I will absolutely get to it when I can. So in all, I'm very happy with this surgery. very happy that I chose to go this route. I'm very happy that I chose to build a team of people to help me, to support me. When I finally admitted that I needed some help and was willing to accept this help, that was the best thing that I ever did for myself. Um, this is not the easy way out whatsoever. And don't let anybody shame you for your decision. Don't let anybody tell you, um, they could tell you all day long, but whether you are, how you're interpreting that and taking that, that's, I would encourage you to take it with a grain of salt. You are the one living in your body. You know what you need. You absolutely know what you need. And if you're not sure of what you need, go talk to someone. Talk to a medical professional. Talk to a mental health professional. Um, build your team. See what you can figure out together. Um, you don't need this surgery. You don't need it. Is it a great tool? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Uh, this is between you and your medical provider and, your support system. I hope that you have one. Uh, I will say that, you know, I've had a wonderful support system. My mom, my two girls, my husband, my good friends, co-workers. I've had a lot of people in my corner, a lot of people that have been supportive and just really rooting for me. They've been my cheerleaders, and I feel like I could not have gone and done what I have done without them. To add another layer to this, you go through a lot with bariatric surgery. My family, they did not push me to do this, but circling back to that 25%, you know, less life expectancy, that that pissed me off. I am someone that I am the most motivated when I am angry. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but regardless, I had the motivation, and um, that in itself, for me, gave me that extra push. I did this for me, but I also did this so, uh, for my family essentially too. And there might be people in your life that are supportive that you've had no idea, or you may be surprised how supportive they are. They don't know how to support you if you don't tell them what's going on. And you may have more support than what you realize. I have tried to be more forthcoming and honest and really open about my journey because, man, there's so much stigma around this surgery, and it's just not fair whatsoever. So anything I can do to help reduce that stigma, to inspire someone to, research and start their own journey, all for that. I'm going to put some pictures in of my before and after somehow in this video and everything, because again, I started off at 383 pounds. I'm fluctuating between 171 and 175 now, somewhere around that range. Very happy where I am in life. Very excited for what the future holds. I'm excited to get this excess skin removed. Honestly, I wake up every day just excited about life. Now, I do deal with depression and anxiety, more so anxiety than anything. Absolutely. I still have mornings and days it's like, oh gosh, I'm so anxious. I don't know that I can do this, but um, getting this weight off of me has just tremendously helped. I would have never, 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 never in my wildest dreams of, thought about doing the things I have done within the past year. Like, y'all, I went parasailing in Jupiter, Florida of last year. I plan on posting some of those videos. I posted some of those videos to my Facebook, but the non-scale victories, NSVs is what they call it. If I highly enjoy you to join a Facebook group, okay, for gastric bypass or bariatric surgery in general. But man, those non-scale victories, they're pretty great. Parasailing and not having to worry about my weight. Because, there's weight limits on these things. Hell, there's weight limits to get on the damn boat, uh, not having to worry about that. I went and, drift diving with sharks. The scariest thing I've ever done. I don't know if I'll ever do that again, but I did it. There's a weight limit to get on the boat for that. You know, I I'm able to. I don't have to freak out every time someone mentions going to the restaurant and eat. I don't have to worry. Am I gonna be able to fit in the booths? That in itself has just been a tremendous weight taken off of my shoulders. Another goal that I have is to skate. I've gotten my skates out a little bit. I used to skate all the time when I was a teenager and I was a young kid, and I absolutely loved it, enjoyed it. Um, that's definitely on my bucket list. That I'm gonna get more into it, get back into it. As I feel stronger and after I go through this SS skin removal. But just being able to cross my legs. Oh, that's fantastic too. Being able to go somewhere and be able to buy pants for myself. That was an absolute nightmare before. And affordable clothes too at that, because I'm here to tell you, smaller clothing does not cost as much. Okay? Does not cost as much and is way more accessible. Um, Gosh, just, this surgery has just been, losing this weight has just been life changing for me. Yeah. Oh, and to circle back, I was almost at a year, not quite a year post op from my bypass. Like I said earlier, I'm 2 years post op now. I was able to go back and have my hysterectomy, my much needed hysterectomy, and I had it with my OBGYN because I was at a safe weight for her to be able to do this for me. Yeah. I didn't expect to get emotional saying that, but I have so much of life to catch up on. So much that my weight has held me back from over the years. A good bit of my life, and now I'm living it. I'm living it. I have my bucket list of things that I'm serious about and things that I'm gonna do. This ranges all from getting on a plane. I've never been on a plane. Um, Getting on a plane to going on cruises to playing paintball tournaments to just, there's so much on there. My mind's drawing a blank right now, but the most recent one that I was able to do was I went to a go-kart track. I had the time of my life just being able to ride a go-kart and just, gosh, that was so much fun. That was so much fun. I missed, well, no, I've not missed, I did miss out. Now I'm at the point that I've gained my life back. I've lost all that weight and I've gained my life back. I'm a huge, huge Wonder Woman fan. I love me some Wonder Woman, love me some Wonder Woman. I have all kinds of Wonder Woman stuff here in my office, but I have become my own Wonder Woman. I have become my own Wonder Woman and taking control of my health has helped me be able to do that. And I'm just so happy I've started this journey. So happy I've started this journey. I'm excited for you and whatever you decide to do for yourself. I would encourage you need to watch the horror videos and stuff too about this surgery. Unfortunately, not everyone has such a great outcome like I have, but I'm excited for you, and if you have any questions, thoughts, anything, I would encourage you to reach out. I'm just starting to really post and share about me going through my bucket list and me living my life now and doing all these things that I've enjoyed, that it is much easier for me to do now that I've lost over 200 pounds. you know, I just can't tell you how happy I am that I did this. Extremely happy. Um, yeah. So, you know, the best thing I can say to you is go get your life back. Whatever that means for you, but please take your health serious. Do all the research. You decide what you feel like is going to be best for you. You know, you're welcome to hang out and watch these videos of me doing all these. Who knows what I'm going to be doing, and that's a great thing. I don't even know what I'm going to be doing because I don't have my weight holding me back anymore. Um, I feel like I have wings and I could just fly and just do all the things, and you know, I don't have any vices now, and I'm just so thrilled, and I'm so thrilled to be here and so grateful, thankful, privileged, just incredibly happy. And if you have stuck around this long to watch this video, you know, thank you for your time and everything, and thank you for being here, and um, you know, good luck on your journey, and again, you're welcome to hang out.